Well, it's been a while. Does anyone remember what happened last time on D&D?
James
We're in
touched the
hell.
bad shit.
We're looking for
Yeah.
a string. I touched the butt.
Whose butt?
the
The
pile
butt
of
of the
massive
bracers.
corpse
Yeah,
butts.
I dug through dead bodies and found a shiny thing, and I put it on. And now I can't take it off. I think it's great that I can't take it off.
Yeah.
What was the bonus it gave me?
If you didn't write that down, I guess you didn't write down your corruption points either, did you?
Probably.
No, you know he didn't.
Oh,
write
you.
that
It's the only thing that's going to save me in this game, the fact that I forget things.
I gotta write down.
You're going to
Oh,
be like, didn't I give you some
okay.
corruption points? I'm going to be like, yeah, I think.
I think he's got like 3 so far.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. I think everybody got 1, and then he has 3. If I remember correctly.
I don't remember getting any points. I think James is the one been touching all the nasty shit.
I thought you guys got an AoE just for existing there for a period of time, which I warned you, like, the longer you stay here, the more corruption.
Oh, yeah. Everyone got one for waiting in the swamp, John.
Are we sure? Because I don't have a note of that. Was that a save that we had to make?
I believe so.
Maybe so. Maybe you passed it.
Alright, I have 3 corruption points.
Do you know what that means, James? Do you know what that means?
Am
Do
I
you have
more
any
evil?
idea the power
You fool!
of 3 corruption points?
No, I have no idea.
Well, that's good.
It
You're not supposed to know.
It sounds so fun.
You're
You
not
will
supposed
soon.
to know. It might affect the game later.
My God.
Yeah, you found cursed bracers. I believe. What did it make you do? I'll have to look at my notes and find it.
They were, I think they're bracers of Asmodeus.
Yes, that is correct. After that, we came across some devils marching in an endless loop. I disguised myself as one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Acted like Pitch.
And we're your slaves.
And yeah, Silas were slaves. Had an escort that we didn't want. Had to cause a distraction to kind of loom them off, and we managed to get ahead of them while they were shambling behind us, and then managed to actually dip out of their sight.
Oh, they gave me a +2 to AC.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But they are cursed. You become obsessed with plotting, scheming, and manipulation. You always barter for better deals. And if you don't...
Yeah, I take damage.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity to hurt someone and better yourself, you take it or bad things.
Yeah, I might die if I don't do that.
Yeah, if you do it at the expense of someone's life and you turn it away.
You're so...
The last thing that we ended with was that we were looking at a towering citadel of gems and bones laying before us, which was the Queen's Tower.
So, you mentioned it before, but the greater of why you're here, you went to Stolet. He said he knows of what's going on. Found the string, the avatar, one of the little demigods that kind of keeps the barrier of your reality up. And he found it and sent it to his master, Asmodeus. Archfiend of the Hells. So you trucked in here, go into the hell itself, speak to the Lord of Lies. You met Kotam, who was an enigmatic man, who was ferrying you across the river Styx and the Nine Hells with his little first mate, Teox, a strange little gnome man. Avernus is your first stop. Great, endless battlefield of the demon and devil blood war. It's doomed to be an eternal war, and everything is marked with this. You're walking in this, World War I, trenches, corpses, fighting on every side. There's the great bronze citadel, which is being sieged, and really you're just trying to get out of here as fast as you can. And to do that, you have to go through the queen, who seems to have some control or some material that allows passage to the next level. You went through the great swamp, which is actually all demon blood from a previous battle. Who knows how many millennia ago? So many demons fell, it created this huge, thick, gusting, slow swamp.
That's
walking,
awesome.
walking through it, you were slowly being corrupted, but really you didn't really fight or get into too much hijinks. You kind of ran away and played it smart as you got closer and closer to the Queen's Tower, and you arrive. The Great Tower marks the Queen's home, part of a fort rising high and imposing. Most of the fort itself has fallen to disarray, crumbling walls only adding to the desolate feeling of this cursed place. The black blood muck rises right up to the great open doorway. And as you step onto the red stone floor, it is a relief to not be touching the cursed blood. The first floor is alive with activity. Adventurers have taken up a large room on the first floor. You have great cracks in the stone walls, let in dull red light from the sunless hellish world, and the sounds of feasting can be heard. Give me a charisma save, everybody.
Is this against charmed or magical sleep?
No and no.
11.
The curse.
17.
25.
Souffle, you pass. Everyone else,
I failed with a +8. That's how bad the roll was.
that's
I
that.
got a 17 and I failed?
Yeah, it's DC 19.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's the corruption points. Stalking James is
Another
dice
one?
rolls. No, not yet.
Jesus Christ.
um,
I think I'm gonna turn into a demon or some shit.
A diamond.
You two are cursed with the curse of decadence.
Again.
You have disadvantage on all wisdom saving throws, and you feel more curious and more reckless.
James is more curious. Is it possible?
Depends on how shiny the object is.
So remember that while you're in the area. Curious George over here. So you stepped into the great fort. You hear the sounds of life coming from deeper within, though not the warfare you expect, but sounds like feasting, strangely enough.
It sounds like feasting in a good way or in a bad way.
You'll have to see.
About to say, does it sound like the halls of Valhalla, or does it sound like a pit bull going to town on a can of tuna?
It kind of leans towards Valhalla, actually.
All right, go, baby. Towards Valhalla.
Alright, I guess we'll go in.
Fellas, I'm not sure what to expect out of this.
I'm gonna go ahead before we go in and move curse so I'm being Patrick.
Okay.
Before that gets me into any trouble, I'm just gonna 2/3 level slots. Yep.
Slanesh's den over here.
As you take another step, roll me a save.
Everyone?
Charisma save. Just the two.
Wisdom?
Just the
Charisma
two
or wisdom?
undetected. Charisma.
Oh, charisma. I'm rolling this on real die. I fucking hate the digital ones. 1 + 8. Get me through. That's
13.
20 fucking 5.
Nice. What do you get, Patches?
13.
Oh boy. Patches, you're cursed
God.
with the curse of decadence. It seems to radiate out of this place.
You're gonna eat all
Yeah.
my 3rd level slots.
You have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. Feeling more curious, more reckless.
At least it's only
All
one
right.
stack.
Yeah. So far.
So, you guys go further.
Yep, my curiosity is peaked. I've got to go in.
That's true.
I
It
really
seems
like where
that
this is
the
going.
you enter a great hall that may have been a feasting hall, maybe a barracks in some long, far away used for this old decrepit place. You see a group of adventurers, quite a few, but they seem rather happy, uh, despite the torments and the hells that they are around.
Am I supposed to be able to see these enemies that are on Roll20?
What enemies?
There's enemies.
Oh, that's what you guys saw last time.
Okay.
And you walked right past them. The cursed legions. So they like stupidly marched endlessly in a circle.
Just making sure.
There are about half a dozen adventurers eating greedily from a vast table filled with delicacies. A pair of knights sit on cushioned seats in front of vast mirrors. Armor is being shined by imps. A priest and a few roguish-looking types are engaging in a rowdy game of dice, laughing happily to themselves. As you enter, you get calls of "Come join us! Come adventurers, get succor!"
I cut out. What did I miss?
There is a table of people playing dice. They're adventurers. They're
They're
having
eating.
a fun old time. They're eating. They're at a banquet, and they want us to come join.
Take
Yes, despite
All
the
right.
hellish exterior.
take the
I have no.
take the scene with Chihiro's parents eating a Spirited Away, but
Yeah.
multiply it.
Yeah. Well, I've got to go. I'm curious. Remember, curious like a cat.
You know, play some dice, eat some food, get your armor cleaned by an imp.
Mhm.
There's
I'm
all
gonna go
kinds of
with.
stuff.
I'm gonna go with eating the food.
Take a bite. It is
Uh,
quite delicious.
fuck. I'm gonna cast suggestion on Ash.
Player versus players.
What do I do for that?
Wisdom save
Do I
of
have to?
18.
You don't know he's being corrupted or anything, really. He just went over and started eating food.
Yeah, I'm
I haven't
trying
even
to.
spoken to him yet.
We don't know any of this place, and I'm going to treat it the same as a Fey realm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't eat them.
So depending on if he saves or not will depend on what happens.
I got a 17.
Oh yeah, you failed. Uh, the next 8 hours, I'm basically going to tell you that you need to stay by our side until we get out of this fort.
Okay. How does that go against my? You don't have to be slapping my hands off of shit.
No. Target must make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save. It pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its abilities. Suggest the course of action can continue for the entire duration. If it is completed in a shorter time, the spell ends.
So you're telling him to stick with us and stay away from the food?
Yeah.
You can RP it, but I don't think you can suggest other players. can't really PvP.
It just says target.
I know, but
Well, there's
As a-
player interaction stuff that's like it gets weird.
as a general rule, because you don't want like your bard having his pet minion fighter that never gets to act. Normally PvP is pretty frowned upon, I think. But you could talk it out in like RP wise though.
I'm gonna use. Look, I'm just gonna use my last spell slot and Curious Curse.
But then I'm gonna get
Last
cursed
Earth.
again.
Is he gonna get cursed again, Garrett? I thought we were done with the curse rolls.
It does seem to radiate out of this place.
Okay, so it's not just outside; it's all of this shit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You're in the
Ah.
Nexus right now.
Okay, fuck.
Yeah,
So I'm eating the food.
no mind control manipulation other than your beautiful words.
I grab his hand and I'm like, "Come on, get away from the food."
Pitch, he's your brother. You better do something.
Your brother and your
I-
best friend are pulling you away. You are
I
curious,
mean,
but these are your trusted.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now, but I'm still very curious.
Just I don't really have a good sense of this area. Something's pulling and pushing against my senses. I don't. We don't know too much of this realm to even consider what any of these activities might be. I mean, hell, there were
Man,
devils
did you see
dancing
that
around.
food?
Oh,
You see that food? That shit looks so
We
good.
saw the food.
yeah, but you've also had my food.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Something about that food over there looks good.
Well,
It's gonna be like those pies.
tell you what. How about we try to find out what type of culture it is, and I will make that food.
I mean, I guess we can give it a little while, but if after a while, man, if we're still here, I'm definitely getting into that food.
At that point, Pitch, it's going to be on you.
So wait, you're still going for the food?
No, I said I'm going to give it a little while, but if we're still here after a
Oh.
while, I'm going to go after the food.
Yeah.
A tiny imp, kind of pink-hued skin and forked, like strange ears coming from each side of its head, for a total of 4. It kind of meanders up to you, Pitch, and it says, "Armor shine, my lord."
I'll be like, "Get away from me, you disgusting creature."
You vile thing.
I don't. I don't know.
Souffle. There's games of dice, games of chance, dagger dancing with their fingers, all these sort of things that might entice the souffle we all know. Any interest?
Yes, but the souffle that we all know also has experience in.
It's not the souffle you know. It's the souffle you don't.
It's the souffle that you know, but it's not the one that you love because you don't know what he's gonna do.
But you don't know
No,
me.
it does all look interesting, but I think I have enough sense to not want to dabble in any of what's going on. Yes, I'm all for new experiences, but not in something that is outside of my plane of existence like this.
A knight in black armor walks up to you guys. She has a big plate of food. Says, "Please, partake. Take a load off. This is a place of rest from the horrors outside." She has a female cut to her armor, not like anime booby armor, but she's shorter, and then she has kind of a larger chest area, and her helmet has like tiny little spriggan spikes on it. But she has all black armor. She's speaking to you now.
No, no, I'm okay. Thank you, though. I've not reached that level of being famished yet.
Well, then I must ask what you're doing here.
Well, we are, in a sense, passing through, and this seemed to be the cleanest method of traversing through everything.
Passing through the great blood slough.
Yes, we wanted a bit of a respite out of the murky swamp that was traversing everywhere.
And a respite you have found. Sit, enjoy, partake.
Well,
We're here on business.
yeah, your version of a respite's a little bit different than ours, it seems.
Food and game and rest is different from yours?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, I do believe so, yes.
I'm not trying to roll that. Sorry.
How do people rest where you're from?
By not doing this every day. Ours is more of a slight break of the elements. We don't really have the notion or time to sit and partake of the delicacies and amenities that are present here.
Well, the Queen doesn't sin for guests, and if you're too busy to accept her hospitality, I'm afraid I might have to ask you to leave.
Well, that is what we plan on doing. We actually are trying to get to the Queen to speak with. That's why we don't have time to sit and join you in the revelry.
I'll say, you may ask me to leave, but no one commands me but Kosuth.
Does your fire god raise such rude followers?
I'll say, yes. And then I'll command her to grovel. It's DC 18.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Do you know who this person is, James?
I don't care.
It don't matter.
Command the NPCs as much as you like. She rolled in that one. Nice. Yeah, she falls to your feet, her heavy armor clanking on the red stone floor. She says, "Oh, my lord, sorry to speak ill of the Fire Lord. It was foolish of me.
I will step over her like
But,
she's a roach on the floor and continue walking.
but,
Oh, no buts. No.
I was
she
coming for you.
yeah, she hits her knees and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. I'm sorry to make light of the Fire Lord. It's such a foolish endeavor." She puts her hands on your boots as she puts her head down. She says, "Roll me a Constitution save, Jameson."
Rolling this in real life, I don't trust the digital die. It is an actual 19.
Well, James, feel a
Ye-
little sluggish.
Oh
Maybe
no.
you're tired from all the walking. You lose 15 HP.
What the fuck? Do I feel the pain?
It's not pain. It feels like you're tired. Suddenly feel a little bit more tired. I mean, it's only 15, but man, casting that command really took it out of you.
Jesus.
You're unaware of this as she holds your feet, groveling as you wanted.
I
Siphoning the
try and
life
walk
out of you.
off.
He says, "Wait, my lord, please let me make it up to you somehow, please. We have gold, weapons, anything." As she hugs herself to your feet.
Ugh. I continue walking.
She holds on, not crazily, only for one more step. Make me a Constitution save.
What the fuck? Yeah, that one's a 9.
30 HP. Stuck there.
Jesus Christ!
You feel sluggish and tired and drained. Your vitality taken from you.
Do John and I notice this?
Give me perception checks. It'll be hard to notice something subtle as this.
You
but
mean I gotta
it's
give
possible.
a perception check with my passive of a 20, Garrett? Damn.
Well, it's not a trap. It's an action. It's not a passive thing.
18.
Pretty good.
That was
Perception is not showing up on my list of stuff
She's
to roll
itching.
for.
She's itching at that 7th
to the
level
top.
spell slot.
Hang
that
on.
was a low roll for me.
21.
Good. Both pretty high. You don't notice James's, vitality being drained. That'd be some X-ray vision shit. His blood being sucked, pretty much. But you notice that in her groveling, she is holding fast to his boots, and not in a way of supplication, but in a way of holding contact. She's pretending to grovel.
She about to get 10d10 to the face.
But she doesn't cling to you as you step by. If you take a few more steps, she'll let you go.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
enough.
I'm walking,
He's
I'm
already
leaving.
he's rejected your offer multiple times. Is it so rude of you to persist in your activities, or is it not enough for you
I
to
knew
have
I should have
more?
made her flee.
They don't pursue you or anything.
No, pursuing
If you
her
wish to
activities.
Yeah. Oh, you're asking that, or are you guys walking away? You asking her that?
Saying that as I kind of
No.
pitch a little bit
My
more.
lords, I'm sorry. I was given a directive to provide courtesy to adventurers. I was just trying to do what was asked of me.
And yes, and while you have provided that, we have also shunned it from you because we are not of interest. We are doing as you asked, and we are leaving because we have duties to tend to ourselves.
She bows her head as though cowed.
We will take leave.
You guys
of
walk
this place.
away.
Yes.
Walking out of the feasting hall, a woman steps out from a entryway, the entryway door, unseen. She, with a flourish, steps in front of you. She's a beautiful woman, elegant, priestess-like, with long robes and subtle but beautiful jewelry. Her flowing hair is in braids, and she greets you all warmly. She puts her fingers on your chest just to stop your walking, and her touch is feather light, and that is elegant. Says, please, adventurers, I came as soon as I heard the hubbub. I didn't mean to cause you any distress.
I'll say, who are you?
I am Gulgara. I am the lady of the house. And I must apologize for my underling's rudeness to you.
I will nod.
I believe we got off on the wrong foot. I do not wish to cause you any offense or imply that you have any ill intentions, but please, shall we dine in my private hall?
I don't know. It's up to you guys if you
Can I do
totally think the food's not poisoned.
I'm trying to think of how to go about this. Can I roll an insight to see if she's full of shit? If she's like
Yes.
trying to. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
25.
Oh. Oh god
Yeah.
damn. Our
You
funny,
do we sense an underlying but
yeah, big butt there. Not just her sexy one. She is a very
Yeah.
attractive woman. but our honeyed words are barely contained malice and hunger. Tends to keep you here no matter what you say.
Hmm.
Give me perception checks, everyone.
That's a nat 20 for 28.
Mm-hmm.
19.
It is a 23.
You guys all very high. Uh, a slight escalation has happened, despite she's clearly using her looks to try to entice you. But you can tell that she's put herself in the way, telling you like don't go anywhere. And as you kind of take stock, the adrenaline pumping perhaps, you see that those black armored knights. There's 3 of them, and they've kind of very subtly moved through the crowd, kind of keeping it very um, you know casual, but they have moved in a position behind you, kind of pincering you, without overtly grabbing their swords or anything like that. But they have kind of you've gotten yourself into a pincered position with these
Hi, fellas.
ladies.
Well, I was talking
Uh,
to
Oh,
Pitch
yeah, yeah.
Pitch and Ash,
Well, yeah. Funny you call me. Gotcha.
and I'm gonna do
As
something
we,
else. No, I got this, James. I got this.
okay,
I got this.
if you're sure.
Oh, I'm sure, because I'm gonna do this special thing that I have called Peerless Skill, and add a bardic inspiration to my ability check. And I'm gonna smooth talk her, Garrett. Okay.
Okay.
Here's my persuasion.
I was about
Madam,
to not ask how big the room was.
Madam Bulgaria, you said it was?
Yes, Golgara.
Golgar.
Good,
Okay,
good with
that's
a
what I
G.
wanted.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say V earlier.
Yeah, close.
Madam Golgara. Now, someone as lovely as you, how could we turn down any hospitality given from someone of such prestige? Why, if you could, now I've noticed you have some of your safety measures, making sure everything's fine. If you could, kindly point us in the direction of your dining hall, and I ask that you take a few moments and freshen up a bit. We will wait for you, and we'll see what all splendor. I know it might be hard to imagine you at a finer state of appearance than what you already are, but I'm sure that you, of everyone within this fort, can make that happen.
He laughed. What was your roll total?
Garrett, let me do some math.
High. It was high.
So Peerless Skill lets me add a bark inspiration of a D10. That's an at 20 for a total of 42.
Oh my god!
That's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Jesus!
Like the numbers go that high? I didn't know they went that high.
Good God.
She laughs heartily. Her laugh is kind of a sing-song, cute laugh that would surely entice any lesser man. And, puts her well-manicured nails on your chest as she speaks. Oh, freshen up. Oh, you are so funny. Quite the charmer, aren't you? But if I have your attention, then I must be doing something right. That sounds just fine. If you come down to the hallway, uh, she kind of motions with her arm down one of the hallways. My special attention.
Special,
Give me a
you say?
Constitution save, Souffle, please.
Constitution save. Fucking hell.
Us.
One of my
Yo,
lowest fucking
Aaron,
ones to do.
Sean,
Oh! Nat 20 again. 22.
Double nat 20. Okay.
Garrett's trying to end the fucking campaign, and John's over here rolling nat 20s, holding it all together.
Polyhedrus. The touch, though feather light and tantalizing, strips 15 HP. As you feel that your performance made you a little tired. Usually a smooth talker like you, but something about it today.
Mm. It feels like that was a little bit draining, but I think that's worth it.
As requested, she goes to her domicile. Her boss tent, whatever you
Alright, the second she gets in that door, Garrett, which way looks the closest to fucking get out of here?
want. You continue going down, not going left or right. You go right to a big iron ladder which leads you up to the second floor.
Alright, fellas, follow
Yeah.
me. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Just so you guys know, I was about to cast blindness on everybody in that room, and I was going to also try and get us to run. But your way is less confrontational.
It was less confrontational last time, wasn't it? Big
Yeah.
old meaty Jabba the Fuck hut.
Well, you guys don't get any corruption for resisting the charms. But you don't get any of their special loot either, you know?
We don't want any loot, Garrett.
Mhm.
We want to fucking live. I can steal their shit later.
Her guards kind of give confused body language as you guys have this kind of like flirty encounter, which they've probably seen a billion times, and it seems like you are well under her charms. And suddenly, you guys all kind of quickly move forward. There's this huge iron ladder. Its rungs are almost like you have to reach your full arm's length to go up to the next rung and pull yourself up. You're going high up this great a devil fort to the next floor up. They don't pursue you or anything, seemingly their mistress having said or done something that they didn't understand. But unbeknownst to them, you got the better of her.
I like
Yeah,
it.
but I'm
What?
What?
Yeah, what?
You all right?
Yeah. Am I supposed to be doing?
No.
We're moving on downtown.
Okay, good.
Oh, Patch.
Nope, you're fine.
The next
I just
floor.
heard you talking to somebody. We didn't know what was going on there.
Lily telling me that Olive needed me to go check her head, which
What happened?
she's fine.
Oh.
Nothing. They're just coming up with reasons
He's
to stay
just
awake.
bleeding profusely.
Like, it's the boy who cried wolf until their arms like bent the wrong way. Like we jumped off the roof.
Yeah.
The next floor up opens to a large, empty floor. The walls of the tower showing their damage from the Great War of the past and ongoing. Several huge holes dot the area, giving you a sort of bird's eye view of the Demon Blood Swamp. On this floor, just about everything has been stripped away or destroyed with time. Chunks of the walls, their great red stones, seemingly peerless, but having been blasted by some great effect in the past. There are skeletons here and there, the big halberds that the Murgerons use. There's signs of battle, but what really sticks out is you see a particularly large bone devil. A bone devil is an almost insectoid with light, fluttering wings and a long dragonfly-like tail. Its gaunt visage looks as though its skin is stretched to its breaking point over an emaciated monster. Its ash-white, sickly skin is marked with barbs of poison, dripping with the green ichor of death, every angle of its body sharp and vile. This one is quite a lot larger than its already large brethren. You may have seen a few in the sky as you traverse the lands of Avernus, but it sits awkwardly under the already hugely tall ceiling, too large to be able to stand upright. It seems content to sit awkwardly on its long, bony legs. Its huge, clawed hands have rings on them, each of its 6 fingers, and each of the rings are attached to chains, and in turn, the chains are attached to people, who are controlled like marionette dolls. The strings are attached with large hooks into the sinner's body, and they weep with pain, while the devil laughs stupidly, its voice a barking, cruel, fool's tone, endlessly amused with its torture. That's what you see. You enter the second floor.
I'm
Are
not
these
gonna
things,
move. Maybe if I don't move, it won't see me.
Are these things intelligent enough to speak?
What vocal cords, James? It's bones.
No, it's a creature.
Yeah, it looks as though its skin is
Just look it up.
pulled over.
Look up Bone Devil. I'm looking at him. Right.
Oh, Bone Devil, not to be confused with a Bone Daddy.
Yes.
How would you know if a bone devil can speak? Tell me.
All right.
I can do a history check to see what I've read.
Yeah,
College
I don't
of Lore, Garrett. Duh.
Yeah, you know a little bit of everything.
Maybe some of them were yelling in the sky.
I'm a bone devil. I'm intelligent.
I'm a Bone Devil.
I'm sentient. Am I?
That history would be an 18, just in case.
Pretty good. Maybe on the way here in the ship, or even in your past of a passing interest, you read about the denizens of the hells. Bone devil being a pretty common one, or an infestation, really. Though not usually all that powerful, they are dangerous and mildly intelligent. Enough to have schemes and malice, but not enough to form a coherent army or be a real threat, even with their great numbers. This one, though, seems a bit Forrest Gumpy.
Oh.
Slow and has AIDS.
Jesus Christ, Sloan has AIDS.
You got AIDS, Jedi.
Jesus. It's too much. It's too much.
No, it kind of
sorry.
it cackles like an idiot. Only a fool, does that sort of barking, drooling laugh, and it's just endlessly torturing these sinners, and their bodies are kind of being pushed to move like marionettes, and it's just like drooling on itself with this green poison as it barks a laugh, loud and raucous. It just doesn't give the appearance of being very smart.
Is it moving? Is it moving away from us at all, or is it just like stuck in its spot?
It's kind
So
of, stuck. It's huge, it's way bigger than a normal bone devil, and it's sitting on its basically sitting on its ass with its legs under it because it can't stand up upright. But it's found this little game that it's being amused by.
He's chained up to like a wall or something?
He's not chained, but his victims are.
Oh, they're chained to him.
Yeah, to his rings.
Okay.
Can we sneak past him?
You can do anything, baby. It's D&D.
Anything you want, baby.
I guess I'm gonna roll perception to see whether or not we have a clear path that we can sneak through.
Sure, sounds good.
24.
That is pretty solid. You should be able to sneak by him if you try really hard. There's not a lot of things to break line of sight, but he is focused on his task. You'll have to get past him to the other side of the room in which another ladder awaits.
Okay, guys. You guys want to try to sneak?
Oh. I'd have to take my armor off, or otherwise it's disadvantage for stealth.
I don't think we can reason with it either.
I was kind of hoping I could.
Uh,
Why don't we try sneaking past it? And if it catches us, we can handle that situation when it comes about.
Yeah. I only have a +2 and disadvantage with stealth. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know that now.
I
I'm
don't have the
moving
greatest
full
either.
plate. All right.
I don't have
all
it.
right.
I don't have the greatest either, but I just got a 22 as my disadvantage. So
Damn.
We're gonna fucking.
yeah, I'm not on Ixalan.
Where are my lava dice? I need you, lava dice. I don't have them. Green dice and gay purple dice will have to do. They're my best
I got a
bet.
+5 to stealth. So
You already know what it is, baby.
I got a fucking 15.
Disadvantage, that's a 1.
I think you'll be the loud one in this situation.
Oh, yeah. Y'all knew that shit was coming with 2 dice? Come on, one of them had to be a 1.
Never fails.
Yeah,
Never
you're
fails.
not getting out of that one. So 3 blind mice over here. You guys are sneaking behind it, being very,
I
very
crunch on a
quiet.
skull on the ground or something.
You sound like a tank, like moving
Yeah.
through a field. You're like, with every step.
I haven't oiled up my armor recently. It's just squeaking
The
by.
loudest thing in the world.
Yeah. I'm dragging a rib cage on my like calf. It's just stuck right there, just like dragging it across the room.
You specifically have a set of nails and chalkboard that you like to carry around?
Yeah, I'm just rubbing them.
Fast as a whip snake, the creature turns back, and it goes. Who speaks Infernal? Everybody, I'm assuming, at this point.
No, but
Let me
I can
check.
I don't anymore.
Wow. Okay.
I can understand Infernal.
Okay.
I lost it whenever I swapped races.
yeah, I speak Infernal.
There you go. Well,
All right, then I
more
won't cast
horrifying for
comprehend
you.
languages.
More horrifying for you, Jameson. I guess.
Yeah.
Quick as a snake, it looks over to you, being extremely loud, and it grabs you in its huge hand with shocking dexterity. You are fully enwrapped in its huge fingers. It says something horrible, guttural, black speech from Lord of the Rings. The other two can understand it, but you cannot. And it says, "Another sinner! Yes, another." And it looks at its hand, and each one of its 6 fingers has a ring on it, and the sinners that are hanging from it are screaming as it's jostled them from their already painful positions, and they swing in the air as it holds like all of you at once now. But it looks at it. I don't have another finger for you. What do you guys do?
I
Can
can't
I-
speak it. I can only understand it.
Can I speak to the sinners?
What is that going to do for you? I'm going to try to persuade him to let us pass.
Hmm.
I'm going to say, listen, you're obviously trying to get more people here. How about I go get more people for you and I bring them to you? That way you'll have as many as you want.
Give me the roll.
25.
It grabs you, quick as a snake in its other hand. The screams are a cacophony in the room now, as it has full sets of people on these horrible Hellraiser chains, and you guys in your hands. And as it jostles them, their wounds are amplified even more than it was doing in its cruel dance. But it seems overjoyed. 2 sinners. Oh, two sinners. Yes. Seemingly to ignore your plea.
Yeah.
Garrett, the tone you're saying is making me feel a certain way, man.
What? Which way? Which way?
It literally, like, it sounds like someone who's fucking 32 and dropped out of third grade.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you're
that's the
pretty
idea.
accurate.
Yeah. Like, it's.
You ever see radio? You know.
Yeah.
uh,
Garrett, remind me again how many souls I need for the hand, the book, and the eye.
7.
it's what was it? 10 minus your charisma score, I think, or 15 minus your charisma score.
I think you
15
needed.
minus my charisma score?
You needed 10.
11 total. 10.
10?
Yeah.
That's
Let me-
12
hold on.
fingers.
10. They have to be perfectly loyal to you, and these people are already dead.
Mm,
They're in hell.
I mean, they're in hell. That doesn't mean they're dead. We're in hell.
That's very true. But no, these are sinners, which are denizens of hell. They were sent there for a purpose. They have a sort of shade-like aspect to them, darkened, almost translucent body. They're not regular people. They're cursed souls.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I don't know. I don't think he's really intent on letting you go.
As he ponders for a while, and you guys are kind of shocked by what happens, he seems to get an idea. Takes his index finger and he slings it hard on the ground. The cursed soul kind of exploding into viscera, and he has a free trio of hooks on his index finger, and he looks very pleased with how smart he is. Looks at you, James, his first capture. Oh, room for the sinner.
Oh,
Can I tell
God.
him to whom, or I'll ask who to whom are you aligned with?
You speak a language?
I'm gonna turn to the boys and be like, "What's he saying?"
Does he? Are you speaking in Infernal?
No, I'm saying it in common.
No.
He's saying that he has another sinner. Obviously, he just got rid of one, and he intends to have you as the next.
Mm.
Takes his other
Tell,
hand. And
tell
repeats the
him
same
I
act.
have an offer for him.
Well, Ash?
As you're being squeezed.
Patch.
One of the children's heads exploded.
Damn, Garrett.
They're dead.
Oh God.
He really died.
Assuming Patches translates for you, he really does not interact with you in any meaningful way.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
He takes his hand and he's trying to awkwardly hook the hooks into you, but it's all the sinners are screaming in agony. And it's really not working out, but he's trying to get that done. What do you do?
Mm,
Do it. Fellas, do I need to do something here? I can't. I don't think. I don't speak Infernal. I can only understand it, but I can attack. What are we doing? We have no options right now.
You're in a bit of a bad spot.
he's not like undead. He just looks bony, right?
Yeah, he looks gaunt, really. So, Patches back.
Garrett, question. Each finger has a ring on it with a chain connected to it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The chains are connected to the quote-unquote sinners?
Yeah, real Hellraiser stuff going on.
Okay. Uh,
and Ash and Pitch don't have any of that connected to them yet.
Not yet.
No, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to do this unless Patrick's with us, because this is going to be a really rowdy shit. And I don't know how well it's going to go, because it'll probably result in us fighting. Which we may have to do.
Where did Patches go?
It's fine. I'm reading spells and stuff.
Oh, the man himself.
Yeah. I had to restart my phone.
Alright. So we are kind of out of options. I can do something, but it will probably result in combat.
We're pretty much there.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Alright, Garrett, I cast Heat Metal.
Heat
If-
battle.
Well,
Constitution save and throw. Of an 18.
Gotcha.
It will take... Let me roll this right fast.
he's probably dumb and strong, so he's probably got a good con.
Yeah, it takes the damage no matter what.
Yeah, 20 damage.
Damn.
Yep, unless he takes it off.
Yep. If he must succeed on a concentration throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Very interesting.
Which hand did you cast that on? Patrick on the left, James on the right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
I'll do
Roll it up.
the hand with
50-50.
pitch, just because
Okay.
that's the closest.
You hit the ground pretty hard as it throws you off of itself, and you hear a scream as the big metal ring on its huge hand turns into a red that has like heat waves going off of it. You smell disgusting, sizzling flesh as it cooks on its finger, and lets out a raucous scream, ripping the ring off with its other hand, its big bony claws tearing into its own skin as it tries to rapidly get it off. Roll initiative.
Jesus. I need to get that feat that gives me more initiative.
I could have did a 7th level
Oh.
spell, but I didn't
A
think that would
dirty
be
20.
warranted for it.
How many feet do you have, James?
4 according to D&D.
Holy shit, that's too many feet. Weird.
8.
My 2 regular feats, and then the feats I gained along the way.
What about the feet under your legs, huh?
It's too many feats. Don't be ridiculous, Garrett.
What about you, Patches?
I got a 10.
22 AC with them fucking bracers.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm sort of evil now, so, we gotta deal with that when we burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. Just ignore the gnome, or the dwarf. Yes, Bone Devil. Pitch, as you are thrown to the ground, you get back on your feet quickly. You have this enormous creature, stupid and childlike in its utter malice, its sort of inability to feel empathy even from an atomic level. It holds its burning finger and looks at you in a rage. What do you do?
You do the damn thing.
Fuck. It's
Thinking.
very
Thank you.
hard to know what to do with this guy. I was gonna try and like cut a deal with him where he joined Kosuth and he got more souls to torture.
Yeah.
But I see that he's gonna have to get sent to Kosuth the old-fashioned way. Fucking hell. Let me see what this is. It's Con 18. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Harm. At 6th level. DC 8 or DC 18 Constitution save.
Car. What's your damage?
Alright, I'm not rolling. Why am I rolling? My damage is whatever this says when it loads. 49.
Ooh. Ouchies.
Ouchies.
You touch it with your flame-bearing hands, its white, ashen flesh slothing back, revealing the bone just under its skin. As you boil it away, it screams anew, more and more fire being poured into this poor, foolish creature. It takes a lot of damage. But it's its turn.
I'll use some anime line. You won't take me easily.
Dexterity saves. Everyone. Everyone.
Everyone. Nat 20.
Damn.
Oh, fuck. 23.
Ash. You must make a Constitution saving throw. And take 14 damage.
Oh, God.
18 for the con.
If
You're
only
fine.
we had Josh.
It
And how much
flexes
damage?
14 damage. It flexes its unnerving, gaunt body, and poisonous spines fly off it as though poised on a spring. It flies all over the room. You guys mostly dodge out of the way, getting hit with a few, and you feel the poison coursing through you. But you're able to hold fast as long as you can. Now, going to attack. So far, James is up in his business. But James has a lot of AC, and it rolled really poorly.
Yes. Go, Bracers, go.
One hit out of all that.
Was that rolled at
Or-
disadvantage, Garrett?
I don't like the phrase out of all that.
It has disadvantage from what?
Heat metal.
Oh, heat metal gives disadvantage. Oh, it dropped
Yeah.
the object. It pulled it off.
Alright.
But just one out of its array of an attacks. 12 damage, Jameson, and roll me a
Alright.
con save.
That is 15.
You are poisoned.
Ugh. Poisoned.
As its barbs sink into your flesh. Ash, what about you? You are still in its hand.
I guess I'm going to try to stab it in the hand.
Give me a strength check.
12.
Test your might. You are stuck. there anything you can do without your hand? It's holding you tightly.
I can do produce flame.
Okay. Okay. I like it.
All right.
You can't,
21.
like, stabbing.
No, I can't. My hands are stuck.
Oh.
So 21 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And then 9 damage.
Pretty good. I'll give him a save to see if he can hold back the pain. He got a 5. Drops you on the ground. But I believe that was an action, so you can move if you need to. But unless you have any bonuses.
No, I think that's all I got.
You have freed yourself from the Bone Devil. Good play.
I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade's Curse, and I'm gonna pew pew with some of that Eldritch Blast. 3 hits coming up. First one is a 22 to hit.
It's
Second one is a 21. Third one is a 28.
a hit.
Alright, make sure I was reading it right. D10. First attack is 8 damage. Second attack is 13 damage. Third attack is 11 damage. So 32.
Got it. Spirit gunning the poor thing. Basically a hate crime, really.
I think we're in a land where that's not considered illegal.
Your dark energy erupts from your fingers, hitting it. A cacophony of sound as it connects like Mike Tyson punches, each one pushing it back.
And I will back away just a bit.
Vince,
That works.
pitch. Back to you.
How's he looking?
Pretty bad.
He's looking pretty bad.
Yeah, this isn't a... This is not a boss enemy.
Alright. I guess I won't bust that nut on him then.
Pause.
Alright. I'm gonna chance an attack roll, even though you guys know I'm bad at these. I've been rolling pretty good tonight. It's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Well, I was gonna do Guiding Bolt at 4th level, so that's 7d6. So we'll go ahead and roll that, and just double that. 23, so 46 damage.
Pretty strong. Pretty strong. Yeah, yeah. You guys are all breaking the 50s with every attack, so... I'm no mathematician, but... Yeah, another eruption of brilliant flame coming from the Lord of Fire, the Hand of Fire himself. Cascading against his bone-white flesh, you see it peel back, charring into black and then exposing the brittle bone underneath. It screams and mewls. Devil voice. With
and,
this...
Oh, okay, is he dead?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
No.
gotta do something else.
Oh, I am poisoned, so do whatever that entails, by the way.
Oh, poison is disadvantage on lots of things. Poison
Oh,
is
do I have
disadvantage on
disadvantage on attacks?
attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh no, then do not do that then.
Oh.
Hang on.
Flipping, flopping, flipping.
I swear to God, this is another 20.
Let's
This is
just let
another
that
20.
thing.
So
Oh,
that
shit.
still happens.
It's a
Okay,
first
Oh my
for
God.
James.
Kosuth wants
What
this
the
guy
f-
dead.
Oh
Kosuth
my God.
literally wants this guy dead.
It's a different die. It's a different. It's. Oh my God.
Roll another one, see if you get 3 of them. Don't
Technically,
make up
that
your nat 1.
technically that is his third one because he rolled a nat 20 before with combat.
No, the next one's a 12. That really was another 20. So, yeah,
Kosuth is
he takes it.
guiding these dice. Yes, he does. Seeing the eruptuous power of the Lord of Fire himself. The Bone Devil mews and cries. You can see into it now from all these burned holes. It's becoming this horrible burn thing. Its ash white skin slowly turning black from all the rupturous attacks you guys have sent at it. It mews and cries, and you see it kind of swing its legs out farther back. And its long, unnerving arms it uses to crawl forward, trying to get through a big hole in the wall.
A big hole in the wall.
And
He really is a big bug.
it's trying to escape. What do you do, Ash?
Just so you know, that was Guiding Bolt, so you get advantage on all your attack rolls against him this turn.
I guess I'm gonna attack him then.
You put him down?
I don't know if it's
First
all
one is
attack rolls. Is it just the next
first
attack
one is
roll?
It's the
first one
next
is a nat 20. Second one
Yeah.
is a dirty 20.
Tear him up.
Yeah.
Third is a 19.
Well, old radio, this might be your last game. You know?
All right, let me roll out damage.
Mhm.
17
Garrett
times
sitting there
2,
staring at 2
34.
HP like, oh yeah, this is...
so 34 plus 14
48.
plus
Stop,
12,
stop, he's dead.
60.
He's dead.
so 60 damage.
Shit.
The goddamn Power Rangers over here. You know, one brother is like, light your way. The next brother's like, I see you, brother. Lame. Guys like flip around in the air together.
Fuck it. Yeah, we'll do like the fusion dance.
Yeah.
Seething with jealousy, I am. Yes, the poor creature crawls on its arms trying to get away, its large size making it unable to just spring out or make any real powerful attacks. It's kind of cocooned itself in here in this private little torture chamber. But you slash at its back with the ferocity only you can provide. It mews and cries as it dies pitifully, still alight with flame. Is that
It did.
Motherfucker dead.
Yay, I get 6 health.
you are left in the room with a bunch of sinners. Now, as I said, these are not demons or devils in the war. These aren't interlopers like yourselves. These are people sent to hell for good reasons. Their once mortal coil belonging to hell now, they have a sort of shadowy, incorporeal look to them. You can barely get a little bit of detail out of them. You see them as though they were underwater in some murky way, and their voice and their screams are from far, far away, and they don't seem to be able to make a lot of sense, just barely being in this reality. But, Hitch,
Hmm.
you know, but you're not sure how you know, that you can use these sinners, increasing their suffering just a little bit more. Should you strike one down, a soul coin will be produced. The currency of hell.
I kill literally all of them.
Alright then.
I have to.
Yeah, I was gonna, hey, if you want to valiantly resist, that's good too.
No, no,
Ho-
no.
Pitch, hold on. Let me see that coin right fast.
The soul
Which is
coin is a heavy, large piece of metal. It's warm to the touch. It's dark black inlaid with rubies. As you feel it and hold it in your hand, you can almost see the tragic life of the sinner, his whole existence, which brought him to hell before him. Now condensed into this coin, not only does it never have any hope of redemption, but it is now just a tool to be used for all time.
Yeah, I pull out my sword and I'm stabbing him.
all
They
right.
put up a paltry resistance, and you hear their screams as though from deep underwater as you put them down.
All right. Hey, just a second, Pitch.
Hmm.
I wanna.
Unless people have something to say about it.
No, but I'm curious. Seeing him do all that, knowing that these are souls, correct? In a
Yes.
sense.
Final fate of these sinners.
If we let them go, they're just gonna get tortured some other way.
Well,
It's hell.
no, I'm not going to let them go. But
Soul
there's
Coin
something.
infinitely worse. Soul Coin is like trapping them, whereas hell, you're not necessarily trapped. You could redeem yourself. You could be saved. You could carve out a life of some sort. There is an existence here. But
Are
being
we?
made into a coin is like this ageless prison forever.
Are we able to? I want there to be one left that we can kind of talk to. I want to see what they did to deserve their place.
That is a very good question. Let me
Well, he
roll
did
up.
kind of say they were a little incoherent.
Yeah, I'm just curious if there's a way that I can talk to them to see.
Give me a D100, just for
Ooh,
the funness of it.
a D100. 2.
Ooh, greed. This
Greed.
man led a greedy life. He backstabbed his business partners. He wasted and squandered all warm relationships, choosing the coin, which is quite ironic for the situation he finds himself in now. He speaks to you in an ethereal voice you could barely understand. Can't really have a conversation to you. It seems like he can only say these sort of rote things, almost as a warning. He says, I gave my life to gold. Now I live it in flame.
All right. So does it? And they said that in common.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So
He's the man.
I'm going to reciprocate that by saying, well, you searched for the coin, and that's what you found. It's only fitting that you live that life for the rest of eternity. And I will take the soul-sending dagger and cut him down with it.
That's interesting. What
What would
wins
happen?
out on
Yeah.
those two?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I feel like he becomes one or the other.
I
It's like
think the dagger will suck him up, and in its
Yeah, I think
place,
the dagger wins.
you find an inert coin that isn't warm to the touch, and its rubies are not glistening red. I believe any vendor in the hells would know this is a worthless
A spent soul coin.
facsimile. Yeah,
all right, then
So we have
Basically-
9 soul coins.
basically a spent soul coin. Yeah.
yeah, I will pocket that for us to keep with us.
Or no, there were 12.
6 fingers. He
There was
smashed
actually
2 of them,
Yeah.
Okay.
making room for you guys.
Did they become soul coins?
No, they did not.
Damn
They
it.
became devils can do what they wish to the souls in this realm. You guys are interlopers.
Interlopers. Oh, fuck, it's 9 almost.
He says, "Il matter, my life for you," and you strike him with
You
the
fucking
dagger.
stab at this.
His last plea for mercy to the gods of goodness
Fuck
unheard. You
Ilmater.
guys all stand there together and reflect on the heroes having arrived.
I'm going to be purposefully trying to get myself in situations where I have no choice but to take the fucking bracers off.
Hey man, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. That's what I always say.
But right now, I'm playing my part.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Hell
Garrett,
yeah.
I think that's the 4th soul for that dagger.
Okay.
I think I took someone down. I helped Pitch with the council that he killed,
Right.
and then I think that one. I hadn't killed anything else with that dagger yet.
I will look in my notes to see, spoiler alert. If
To
you
see
get
what
enough
happens,
souls,
yeah.
something happens. Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe the number I set out was 10 a million years ago, but I'll check to see if that's wrong.
Yeah, forgot I had that dagger, didn't you?
No, it's I wanted it to be like a
It-
campaign long thing and quickly.
It gets whipped out
Yeah,
occasionally.
I tried to stage it to where I potentially can get the final kill with it to absorb it. That's why I was trying to attack also the Avatar Tiamat with it at the end to see if I got that final last few points.
Yeah, and if it was that soul, that's worth
Yeah.
like 5.
That's what I was trying
Yeah,
to
it's
do with
gotta
it.
be. All right.
Trying to flavor it for the actual ending of a death, of a life.
I need
Can we go down the hall a little bit before we end this?
Yes, definitely. I was gonna ask if anybody
Okay.
had to go, but we can set up.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm good to keep.
I need like a kindly NPC to follow you guys around and look in shock and horror. You rise up to the top, the final. You guys see that this has been sort of converted to a throne room. Didn't expect as much already. A giant snake woman with many dozens of arms wraps her huge body around an iron throne. Not Game of Thrones iron throne, big and metal. Her enormous body wraps around the already giant throne many times. She is attended by dozens of enslaved souls, Meragons, and other lesser snakes who bring her food and wine, and clean or are merely attempting to survive her rampant abuses. As you rise up, she seems to awake from a food and wine daze, happily laying on her warm spot as a snake might do. She looks at you all, huge, one of her arms scratching her chin, another fixing her hair, the other myriad of arms doing other tasks. And she says, "What cute little visitors! Are you my snack for the day?"
I
Is this my
presume.
mosh suit?
I
Maybe.
immediately thought of that.
Her name is Queen Nitza. Nitza.
It's
She's a Malakath, a snake. Very sexy.
Very sexy. Yeah.
The endless, now hear me out of the monster ladies in D&D.
I don't know what to tell her.
Tell her yes.
I mean, we're coming here to meet Asmodeus, so should we tell her that?
I presume you are the queen of the tower, correct?
You presume correctly. And who might you be?
My queen, I am Soothflay.
She bats her eyelashes coquettishly. I'm not used to such manners.
Well, it's
What
only
brings
fitting.
you here?
It's only fitting that a queen of your stature is presented as such. My queen.
And you were not foolish enough to fall for the succubi below. Already you show you have a bit of brain.
Well, far be it for me to say that she might have fell to my wily speech instead.
Oh, she will probably kill dozens of men in no rage for that one.
Hmm. I do leave that effect on people at times. Things, even. Creatures of all kinds. That aside, my queen, my companions and I, we are seeking for passage through your lands. We are trying to reach the Lord of the Lies himself.
You want to leave me and go to Diz already? But we just met.
Well, I didn't say we had to leave just so soon. We can chat, but we do have things to attend to in our own realm, lest we don't get back in time and they're no longer there.
She unfurls her large body, sneaks over to you in the slothing, side-winding way of a snake, and one of her a dozen or so hands on each side of her body. You do see that several of them hold swords, but she makes no move to try and chop your head off or anything like that. She
I'm
says,
really
and
not trying to fight anybody right now.
she says, and what benefit does helping you have for me?
Well, my queen, we've come to understand that there are contracts always to be made in this realm. We made one ourselves in order to get here from the mortal plane to speak to the Lord himself, to try to see what benefits we can offer that may protect our realm from an oncoming source of danger. Now, we're not above trying to make another contract. In fact, we find it the most feasible way to do so.
A contract? Well, my cute little visitors, if you're trying to reach Asmodeus, then you know a contract is binding, where you mortals can lie and cheat. If you were to try to betray me down here, the consequences would be dire. Do you still wish to be my little zealots, to move as I see fit on the chessboard of your own lives?
I don't, but if it gets us where we need to be, it depends on
Oh, the
your offer.
contract. Yeah.
She laughs mirthfully. You are brave or foolish. You may not like my terms. Um, the summoning of a contract is once again met with a hellish judge. There were two when you signed your first one, but only one appears this time. A sort of rising from the floor from a circle of fire at the mention of the signing of a contract. She rises up, a great dark angel, an evil angel of hell. She has perfectly bald head with metal spikes coming from the top of her cranium in this sort of odd arch. She has black plate mail armor and a sword that's ethereal gold. She has her eyes closed. You feel her presence watching you as the deal takes place. These are contract enforcers of hell, if you remember.
Yeah.
Mm.
The snake lady smiles, and she says, "Next time on D&D, you might sign your lives away."
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Wonder how well I can persuade this.
Like, you're going to buy this Camaro. 36 months, 21% interest.
That's
So-
a lot.
So much eagle down. So many eagles were used for the making of the Thunderkugel Falconberg.
Hungry Cougar